Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning here today, as usual, as always, to bring you guys Tokyo Ghoul, emphasis Tokyo Ghoul, episode 7 review. Now, of course, episode link is not in the box below, so you know the drill. Google, Bing, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo, and fly. So, this episode, wow. So, it actually is huge on story progression. And we're actually getting some stuff here when it involves the doves and Mado and also Kaneki. Whoa, he got his mask. Now, my assumption here is that when it comes to the mask, all the mask really is a means of hiding one's face when it comes to the doves, because you don't want the doves to know who you are. So in order to prevent that, you wear a mask so they can't hunt you down using regular means like the internet and just see your face on like a school roster of some kind, and we know this guy's a ghoul. So you wear the mask to hide that. Now, whether or not the mask itself is going to be a power-up, I'm not too sure. I have no idea. That's not really explained. So that's why Toka, when she's engaged in combat against the doves, she has a rabbit mask. Now, is that like her genuine mask, per se? I don't know. Like, did Uta make her a rabbit mask? I don't think so. I would assume that the rabbit mask was just like in her room. Or like, maybe it was in Hinami's room. I don't really know. But I don't think that Uta would actually make her a rabbit mask. Because when he was doing Kaneki's mask, he was like very precise and intricate when it came to certain details, and so a rabbit mask just seems too goddamn plain. It really does. But the point here is that you gotta hide your face from the doves. And then we see that when it comes to the doves and the Quinque is pretty much Kagune. And the Kagune, I don't know how they do it exactly, but it was messed up because Mado, he used Mr. Fueguchi's Kagune to kill Mrs. Fueguchi. And you're like, whoa. Like, that was messed up. That was messed up heavy. That was messed up real heavy. And I don't know what it is, but I guess it's something to do with like the handle or, well, I don't know exactly, but there's something with the suitcase, like it acts as like a conduit or like some kind of, it has some kind of property which allows humans to use the Kagune. Let me keep it real simple. So let's not try and go any further with that, because we kind of know that, yeah, when it comes to the Quinques are in fact the Kagune. But when they're damaged like, well, I guess it would depend on the Kagune. Because when we see, in the episode, we see the Quinque of Mado, which is the former Kagune of Mr. Fueguchi. It skims Toka's arm, and then it absorbs the blood. So the previous one was broken by Jason, and he couldn't use that Quinque anymore. But this one, it may have like certain properties where if it consumes blood, it pretty much can either like repair itself or it can grow extra joints. So I mean, that's my assumption. That's my take on that. It's not confirmed. We're not too sure, but so far, we are getting that the Quinques are the Ghoul Kagune, just revamped for human use. And then we have the character deaths, one being clearly much bigger than the other, but having a very similar impact on both groups. Because, again, now you have both groups who kind of have like their own, they have their competing ends of just conflicts and notions of justice and the current way of the world. Like, there are no groups that are, as far as we know as of right now, there are no groups that are trying to like create harmony between ghouls and humans. No, it's just the CCG who come in there, and if they're all like Mado, or if they're like Mado and Amon, where they don't really like question the ghouls. I mean, they're called ghoul investigators, but in actuality, they should be called ghoul hunters. That's what they really are. They're ghoul hunters, and they just come in there and they just kill ghouls. That's their fucking job. And then their job is to kill ghouls to get to even higher ranking ghouls, like the Gourmet Club and Well, even though she's dead, Rize and Jason, guys like them. At least that's the way fucking Mado operates. He's like, okay, fine, so we kill more ghouls, and then we flush out the big boys. That's apparently the way he works. It's a real simple tactic, but it's a fucked up tactic. And it's not like we're trying to create any harmony. But then you have the, like, Anteku guys, and now I can see why they're called complete pussies. Because what threw me off was that you have old man over here, who, mind you, he was the one who pretty much brought in Mrs. Fuiguchi into the Anteku house to take care of. But if you involve yourself with the doves in any way, shape, and form, then we gotta get rid of you. Because we can't associate with you at this point in time. And I understand that it's for like the greater good, where if they know her face, meaning Hinami, which they do, then if they see Hinami pretty much living in this building, they can make the assumption that they're all ghouls here. Then they just raid on Teku. So I guess for survival it's good, but it's messed up. It's messed up because they're pretty much ostracizing those who involve themselves with the doves. So that's why old man is actually going to send Hinami off to this 24th ward, which apparently is a quote-unquote cesspool from Toka. So old man has his issues too. He's not perfect. He's a nice dude, but he can be fucked up. And it is. It's fucked up. But going back to what I was saying before, character deaths. Number one, we have Mr. Fuiguchi. She dies, huge impact on well, can't really say on Teku, but it's a huge impact on, obviously, the main characters. You have Kaneki, who witnessed the, if you would, the execution of Miss Fuiguchi, because she just, on her knees, smiled, and then she, I guess, was kind of say some last words, Mado, like, Otto, and then just cuts. I'm like, dude, fuck, yo, Mado has to die. Mado should die in a very painful way, but if he does, that means that 20th Ward is going to be clearly scoped out by the CCG, and they're going to send more doves, though I highly doubt that other doves, there are probably very few doves that are as skilled as Mado. Because in the episode, Mado is able to, like, completely dodge all the attacks of Toka when they're engaged in combat. Toka, who beat the fucking shit. Well, once she ate... Okay, fine, so let's be fair here. Maybe because she ate something as delicious as Kaneki's flesh, she gained an extra power-up. She became more stronger than she was previously. But the fact that he was easily able to dodge Toka in the episode, where it was like nothing, like, yeah, blah, blah. And he's talking to Amon. He's like, Amon, let me go over what you were taught at the academy once more. Duck him, yeah. And he's talking about the variant types of ghouls. And this is fascinating. So, more information. Ukakus. And apparently Ukakus, where they're, I guess their Kagunes are kind of like gaseous. I mean, that's my assumption, because you have Toka's Kagune. It looks very gaseous. Like, it doesn't have like a distinct form. It kind of like looks like a wing, like a big wing on the left, and like a small wing on the right. Can't really be too sure about that. But when it comes to the Ukaku, they are good in speed and agility, but they're bad in stamina. That's kind of fascinating. That's odd, but it's fascinating. It is. So, I mean, the wings that she was rocking kind of remind me of Jason, because Jason had like a little bit of a wing thing going on too. But him being an Ukaku, again, not too sure about that. So, moving on. Then we have the death of the other guy. Oh, wait. Well, when it comes to Miss Fuiguchi, so obviously it affects Kaneki, Toka, and Hinami. Then you have the death of the dude, Kusaba. And Kusaba is not part of the academy, as far as I understand, but he is like a regular ghoul detective, or, yeah, ghoul investigator. And pretty much got taken out by Toka, like one swipe, and his head clearly got sliced, but we don't see any brain matter, just fucking head gone on the ground. But this clearly pumps up the CCG. You got fucking Amon. Well, obviously, the other guy, I forgot his name, Nura, whatever his name is, I don't know. The other guy, like the one who's actually like really sad, he's probably on like on some gung-ho shit at this point in time, even though we don't see him at the end. But his friend was killed, or his partner was killed by the ghoul, obviously. And then you have Amon, who's like, yeah, like it's workout session. Like, I'm gonna be like doing pull-ups and shit. Like, look at my fucking 8-pack and my fucking V. Like, I'm just chiseled. I'm a Greek god over here. And he's clearly motivated too. So, it's a cycle. It's clearly a cycle of hatred. And apparently, Toka, she, before this, had the intention of taking revenge for someone else that apparently she lost in the past. So, that was stated by the old man. So, there's probably more to Toka's backstory that we're gonna find out later on. So, overall, the episode, the animation was good, except for, and I did notice this. For some reason, there was a part in the animation when it came to the fighting between Toka and Amon before Mado comes in there. It was just me, but did it seem really slow? Like, it seemed like the fighting was really slow, like it was slow motion. Like, I don't know, like that's what I perceived it to be, just slow. But overall, the animation was pretty solid. I'm probably going to give it a good. It was well structured and well paced. And the biggest part, obviously, was the character deaths and the story progression that stemmed off the character deaths, obviously. First being Miss Fuiguchi and how that affects the ghouls at Onteku. Mainly, the three, of course, mainly being, again, Toka, Kaneki, and Hinami. And then you have the death of the Kusaba dude and how that affects the CCG. And Mado, he was just off doing his own thing. He didn't really give a fuck. But Mado was given some intel about how the little girl, she may be in this area underneath some elementary school. So he's gonna go there, but he has a feeling that it's a trap by the rabbit, meaning Toka. So overall, the episode, I think it's pretty good. I'm going to give it a solid good plus, and I will see you guys later. King Lightning, rate the video, comment, subscribe, and honestly, in the future, I'm probably going to see, well, not I'm probably, since we are viewing Tokyo Ghoul, we are probably going to see a lot of this reiteration of revenge. You killed my friend, I'm going to kill your friend. You kill my friend, I'm going to kill your other friends. You kill my other friends, I'm going to kill your other friends. And I guess the old man at Onteku had a pretty resound way of stopping this cycle, which is why he wants to eliminate those who are a part of the cycle. And he has no qualms in living in, because normally the ghouls, ghouls in general live in secrecy. They are not, the ghoul faces are not made public to the world. If they were, they'd be hunted by the CCG non-stop. But he doesn't make any attempts to try and interfere with the workings of the CCG, which is probably why Onteku, which as far as we know is like the largest group in the 20th Ward, which is why the 20th Ward is probably known as the most peaceful of the wards. But that's it, I'm done. And apparently at some point in the future there's going to be some big shit going down in the 11th Ward, which I really want to see, because Jason, I want to see Jason like at his max. Like what can Jason do? I want to see what the, and I understand that potentially Kaneki has more power than everyone else since he's half ghoul, but I still want to see what Jason can do. Like what does it mean to be S rank? And we've seen Sukiyama, but Sukiyama, I got a feeling that he's still weaker than Jason. I just got a hunch, since he was taken out fairly well by Toka. So I'm done. Overall, it's going to be good plus, and I'll see you guys later. King Lightning, rate the video, comment, subscribe. Peace. Have a nice day.